With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Glad you could join us. The 25th Annual National Arts and Culture Awards Night was held last week. The red carpet event drew over 100 invited guests, including awardees. The night puts the spotlight on culture and arts in the Cayman Islands and highlights the best of the best.
As we talk about culture and all the enjoyment that we have from it, it is simply a way of life. It is the way that we live. It is the way that we eat. It is the way that we worship. It's the way we greet each other. The fact that we continue to see a recognition of the importance of our culture in our society. It's what makes our society a great society. It's what makes all of the things that we do. And as I travel around the world, I talk about Cayman, we talk about tourism, we talk about our financial center, we talk about all the problems that are involved with that. But without our people, where would we be?
Now, awards are given to those who have made an impact in their various art forms, from playing music to dance, acting, fashion design, community displays, and visual arts. The awardees received the Gold, Silver, or Bronze Heritage Awards, the Gold or Bronze Star for Creativity Award, the Chairman's Award, the Volunteer of the Year Award, or the Sponsor of the Year Awards from the Cayman National Cultural Foundation. Well, speaking of culture, the Ministry of Culture has supported the expansion of the National Art Collection at the National Gallery for a second year in a row. The artworks have been acquired from 4 significant Caymanian artists working in a contemporary context. A press release says, as part of the National Gallery's acquisition strategy, significant works of art by Cayman artists are identified annually by the Gallery's Collections and Exhibitions Committee, with the hope that sponsorship will be secured to acquire the work for the National Art Collection. In his remarks, Minister for Culture, the Honorable Dwayne Seymour, said, quote, "I'm delighted that we've been able to help acquire these important pieces for the National Art Collection for the people of the Cayman Islands, now and long into the future. The 4 artists are masters of their genre, and these particular pieces are works of the finest caliber. The National Art Collection is on display in the gallery's upper floor. It is open from Monday to Saturday, and admission is free. For further information, you can call them, or to view the collection electronically through a virtual tour of the upper gallery, you can go online to nationalgallery.org.ky. The number there is 945-8111. Finally, the annual Library Services and Cayman Islands Information Professional Storyboards competition came to an end on Saturday. Over 100 children from schools across the island and adults attended the event at the Georgetown Library, where students ages 5 to 18 displayed their storyboards. Again, the CIIP storyboard competition gives students the opportunity to share their favorite books through a storyboard display. The event is similar to a science fair where the entrants' storyboards are displayed in public, and entrants can dress up like characters from their chosen book when presenting their storyboard. To the judges now, storyboards were judged on guidelines that include plot, summary, issues of conflict, the author's purpose, tone and mood, and how that information is expressed in terms of clarity, creativity, thoroughness, interest invoked, and quality. And that ends today's news update here on CIGTV. If you missed it, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page or the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining us, wishing you a wonderful and safe night, and hoping you'll join us again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
I'm Jody Ann Fowry. I'm the Police Media Officer with the RCIPS, and I'm here to give you some crime prevention tips on how to best protect your property. The first thing that we want to discuss is our points of entries. Let's start with the front door, and then we'll move on to the windows and the back doors or sliding glass doors. The first thing to consider is the front door. This particular front door has 2 deadbolt locks. One of these deadbolt locks are properly carpentered and the other is not. When your door is properly locked, you'll hear a click at the end and the deadbolts are not able to move. If it is slightly opened, then you can push the deadbolt back without having any restrictions. I'll now proceed to show you what your lock should look like when it is properly locked. When it comes to your windows, you want to make sure that your window is locked all the way down, because even though the lock is on, if it's not all the way down, it can still be pried. The proper way to lock the window is to make sure that the window goes all the way down to the seal and then you pull across the lock. When you have a sliding glass door at home, you want to make sure that you have secondary locking devices in addition to the lock that comes with the door. One of those can be a simple piece of wood that's jamming the doorway. We want to encourage you to ensure that you don't make things easy for burglars who are looking for opportunities to break into property by leaving your property out in plain view. Some of these items are your car keys, your electronics, and your handbags. Make sure that you put these properties away when you're leaving the house or when you're going to bed. When you're going camping or if you're taking your family on a trip, you want to ensure that your property has some sign of life. This can be done by leaving a light on or putting timers on your lights. And we want to ensure that our family homes are safe. In order to do so, we encourage that people take the proper precautions by starting up neighborhood watches or encouraging family members or persons they trust to check on their properties while they're away.
Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?